Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. In this video, we'll learn about a new primitive type that I wanted to cover, and that are symbols. So what are symbols? Now symbols are primitive values just like numbers, booleans, strings. They are used as unique identifiers and also as object property identifiers. Now we have a couple of built-in symbols and also we can create our own ones. Now each time you invoke a special function which is known as the symbol function, a new and unique symbol gets created, which means that in case of symbols, uniqueness is guaranteed. Uniqueness is guaranteed. Then these are primitive values. Now to create a symbol, I can make use of the symbol function, and this takes on an argument which you can omit if not required. So I can say const symbol, and here I will pass on some string, or you can pass on a number. So let us pass some string. So I am a symbol, and let us log the symbol to the console. So console.log symbol. Let's go back to the browser to see what we get, and you can see a symbol is getting logged to the console. So now let us create a gamer object on which I will define some properties. So I can say const gamer object, a gamer ID. Let us set that to v01. Games played, Counter-Strike, Need for Speed, Call of Duty, and age of the gamer set that to 25. Net points earned set that to 758. Now what if I don't want to change the gamer ID? We want it to be unique always, but in this case if I try to overwrite our gamer ID, it will work. So if I say gamer object dot gamer ID v02, and if I now log the gamer object and go back to the browser, you can see that the gamer ID got overwritten to v02, and this way we directly change the gamer ID on the gamer object. But what if we don't want the gamer ID property to get mutated at all? For that we can make use of symbols to guarantee uniqueness for the gamer ID. So first let me comment the above code. I will first create a new symbol. So const gamer ID symbol, and I'll pass on a string. So I am a gamer. Let us create a gamer object, and then I will use the square brace notation, pass on the symbol that we just created, and set this to v01. Then let us copy these three properties and paste them down here. And if I now log the gamer object to the console.log gamer object, and go back to the browser, you can see now we are getting the gamer ID in this form, but the end user doesn't know the property name here. It says it's just a symbol, or the end user doesn't have any way to access this gamer ID because it doesn't know the property name, and since he is not aware of the key of the gamer object, he will not be able to access this gamer ID. Now suppose the object that we got was a result of an API call. In that case, the end user cannot directly mutate it because he can only see the symbol as the property name, and he doesn't know about the exact property name in which the gamer ID is stored in. So this is how we guarantee uniqueness using symbols. Next, if I try to compare two symbols by saying comparing two symbols, console.log symbol, I am a symbol, and let us use the strict comparison check. So symbol, and pass on the same text in same case as well. Now if I now go back to the browser, you can see we are getting false, even though they look exactly identical to each other, because here both are actually different symbols. So now we know what a symbol is. Let us discuss about some of the well-known built-in symbols in order to make our understanding more concrete. So let us go to Google and search for the MDN docs. So let us search for MDN docs symbols and press enter, and click on this first link, and let us look for some well-defined symbols. So I'll go to the search bar, well-defined symbols. So here you can see some symbols, and these well-defined symbols are basically those symbols that you can access over the symbol object directly, and they are built in, that is provided to us by JavaScript in its ES6 plus versions. Well, most of these symbols will not be required by you, but if you want to learn more on them, you can check out the MDN docs, though I may make a separate video on these. So we will learn about symbol.iterator in the next video, and what it does is it makes an object iterable with a for of loop, which by default is not possible for any regular object. So this was all I wanted to cover in this video. In the next video we will start to learn about iterators and generators in JavaScript.